Hello my classy people, how y'all doing? Wayne Bolden from the SpeedKing channel. As always, please turn on your closed capture, and of course, if you want our tip sheet for this weekend coming up, we have Oaklawn, Gulfstream Park, and Turfway available. Please email us at speedking24@yahoo.com. Each track is $15. It helps support our channel, and of course subscribe, ring the bell, do those things you do. Let's go right to work. They're Derby dreaming once again in the Florida Derby. Let's not be playing around here. Again, they're going a mile in the eighth. There's race number 14 on the card. It's a full field. That's right, it's a full field of 11. Going a mile and an eighth for a cool 1 million shekels. It's a lot of money, and you know some of the suspects. So we're going to run through them fairly quick. I have an opinion in here. Don't want to be too cute, but I like what I like, you know. So let's dive right into the number one horse here in the Florida Derby, this year's version of the 2022 Florida Derby. Well, the number one horse, Strike Hard. I mean, you know, this horse appears to be totally overmatched, has 2 wins from 7 starts. Mr. Williams is our trainer. Alvarado is in the yards. Horse has not gotten close, has been beaten by several of these, Simplification and Classic Causeway. So the number one, Strike Hard, to me is not even a use underneath. Let's throw the number one off the ticket. Well, the number 2 horse, kind of surprising. This horse, Classic Causeway, is, I think, our 3rd choice on our top 10 Derby list. And a very nice horse. Everybody knows Classic Causeway. 7-2 on the line, and I think that's a very, very square price because this is the keys to the engine. Right? The number 2 horse is going to be bounding on the lead, and you know speed is what? I don't have to tell you. You already know it's dangerous. And of course, the horse is 7-2, which is co-favorite behind the 3 horse, Simplification. Now again, Classic Causeway, trained by Mr. Brian Lynch, and Erad is in the yards. One of the Ortiz brothers by Giant Causeway has won 3 of 5 starts, coming along very nicely as we head to the first Saturday of May. Again, the horse has won $500,000, bred in Kentucky, of course, on the back end by my first Derby winner, Thunder Gulch, trained by the coach. You know, that's the grandsire. So Classic Causeway obviously is a serious win contender to take all the marbles here for sure. And 7-2 is not a bad horse, or not a bad price on a horse like this that won the Tampa Bay Derby and you know, to Sam F. Davis. So, I mean, you can't knock this horse. Now, he's coming to Gulfstream for the first time, but I don't think that should be a problem. So you got Erad, you got 7-2. To me, that's fair value. If I was making the morning line, I would have made this horse the favorite. This horse is sitting there with a 22-23% win probability, and it's obviously one of the horses in here to be the number 2. The number 3, Simplification, well, it comes out of that Fountain of Youth race where we had that tragedy. Well, it wasn't really a tragedy. Everybody came out of it real well. Both of Billy Mott's horses got up Galt, and the jocks got up Rosario and everybody else. So everybody turned out fine. And this horse, Simplification, the number 3, again, was 6 or 7 wide and ran a beautiful race and a beautiful speed figures. Well, Simplification, again, is like number 5 or number 6 on our top 10. We're going to be adjusting that this week, of course. And again, 3 wins from 6 starts, 1 second and 1 third for $400,000. Sano is our trainer, and it's the other Erad's brother, Jose Ortiz, is in the yards here for Simplification. So again, here is another horse who is the favorite over Classic Causeway, the number 2 horse. And these 2 horses are obviously serious win contenders and should be the favorites and co-favorites here. Classic Causeway and the number 3, who we're talking about here, Simplification. We expect both of them to represent themselves real well, and obviously the horses to beat in here. Well, the number 4 horse, we won't spend a lot of time on King of Truth, because the truth of the matter is that King of Truth, by Into Mischief, bred like all get out. Sanchez is our trainer doing the calling, but he's going to have to improve tremendously. This horse looks like a turf horse. Speed figures are horrible. Only won 1 race of 6 starts, and they're looking for lightning in the bottle with the number 4, King of Truth. Throw him completely off the ticket. No exactors, no tries, just like the number 1 horse, Strike Hard. The number 4 out, OUTT. The number 5 horse, well, again, I don't want to be cute here, but the number 5 horse, Pappa, when I read a race or I analyze a race and I do whatever I do with my database over here, to me, Pappa comes up big in this race. You know, one race you may not like him, another race you do. And in this race, I actually like Pappa a whole bunch in here. I love the value at 10 to 1. Mark Cassidy is doing the signal calling. And Pappa has 7 starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and 1/3 for a cool $600,000. Right? And this Florida bred on the back end by Scat Daddy, who's his sire, Gun Runner. That's right, the one and only. And I tell you, Mark Cassidy is doing all the signal calling and all pushing all the buttons at the trainer's control over there. And we got Gonzalez in the arms. But I tell you this right now, I love betting horses off of off races. And Pappa to me is sitting on a race. I mean, the horse came out of the Risen Star on the 19th of February, grade 2. That's where Epic Center flat out came back after losing to Call Me Midnight in the LeCompte Stake. And Pappa ran 8th by 14, really surprising. To us, on the sheep perspective, that's a non-effort. Had a little speed, faded off, Gaffney on up, the horse ran not well. Okay, so Epic Center ran first, Smile Happy, the one that I really like, Kenny McPeak's horse, ran first and second. Now, to me, that race in the Raisin Star, the grade 2, is not a representation of who Pappa is. I think it's an off race. I believe it's a non-effort. Remember what I just said to you. I like to bet horses off of non-effort races. In other words, they have something to run to. And when you look at his race 2 back on January 22nd, you know, he comes out of that LeCompte race, the same race that Epic Center did, that he ran second behind Call Me Midnight, who we couldn't find the other day with a search warrant. Okay? Pappa ran a very nice race in the LeCompte. And of course, you know, he ended up winning the Best Pal back there last year in August. And of course, he ran second in the American Pharaoh race. And in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile behind Konish, the horse ran second by a 1/3. So I like Pappa in here. I mean, I keep going up and down. And you know how you just start to lean one way or the other. And I start to lean towards Pappa, even though to me the jock switch isn't the greatest in the world to Gonzalez, but he is going 25% with Mark Cassidy, and Mr. Cassidy don't need no introduction by me. So again, I don't want to be too cute here. Of course, the 2 and the 3 are the horses to beat, but I think I'm going to have Pappa on top as my top choice. That's what I said. He's 10 to 1. I think the horses might be sitting on a big effort in here for sure. That's the number 5 horse, Pappa, the son of Gun Runner. The number 6 horse, Charge It. Well, this horse is kind of sneaky good and light on experience. The number 6 Charge It is by Tap It. Very good on the back end by Indian Charlie. And that's that man in the Italian suits, mama, who, you know, it's Mr. Pletcher. I mean, he's doing what he do. And guess who's doing the riding in the odds? It's my boy, Louis. It's Siaz. That's right. Some will argue the best in the country. I would, for sure. And again, to me, other than the light experience, this horse has every right to keep going forward. I mean, it should be 2 for 2, but he ran 1-1 and lost the other. But he ran a beautiful maiden race. Now, it's a very tall order to come out of a maiden race and win the Florida Derby, particularly against horses that are salty. Okay, and Classic Causeway is salty, y'all. And of course, you know, Simplification is salty. So again, Charge It isn't a bad horse, but I can't take him to beat these horses. I mean, Louis Siaz do what he do all the time, and Pletcher do what he do all the time. And I wouldn't be mad. The horse is by Tap It, and you know Essential Quality is by Tap It. So the horse got everything going his way, right? He's got the connections, he's got the riders, and his daddy is Tap It. So the number 6 coming out of a maiden race, Charge It. I'm not mad at you. What I am mad at is 7 to 2 on the morning line. I mean, if I got to go against some big head horses, I need better than 7 to 2, don't you think? Well, I'm going to go ahead and pass on Charge It in this time and take a wait-and-see approach. But it wouldn't shock me one bit if Mr. Pletcher do what he do with Louis Siaz in the arm. But I'm going to look past him in this spot for sure, the number 6. Well, 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 here is a studio and a community favorite. The SpeedKing community is always up in white for White Up Burial, the number 7. We all made money that day. That's in the Holy Bull on the 5th of February. He ran out of the TV screen. I think everybody in the community made money that day. What a beautiful, beautiful ride by Tyler Gaffleone. And he better ride a little bit better if he want to do some work in here. I mean, he's improving each and every start, of course, and I think he's a cut below here, to be honest with you, y'all. And I'm not going to land on our horse today, White Up Burial. Don't get mad at your SpeedKing. I know they're saying, no, he didn't, not going to play White Up Burial. I'm not. I think he's up against it in this spot, y'all. But again, I would surely use him underneath. I don't think he's going to be able to beat these horses. But do he have the tools to? Yes, let me give you White Up Burial's record. He's won 3 from 4 starts. No, you didn't say it. I just said he's never done nothing wrong. And he ran, I mean, he's just a beautiful, beautiful horse, too. When you look at him, he looks white, right? He doesn't look gray. He looks white, right? And White Up Burial is just a beautiful, beautiful horse. And again, he's one of our community favorites and one of our stable horses. But at 3 to 1, I don't like that going up against Classic Causeway and Simplification. I'm going to look past White Up Burial in this spot as well as Charging. It's hard to do, but I'm going to do it. The number 8 horse, well, just like the number 1 horse and the number 4 horse, King of Truth, the number 8, the Magic horse, Cajun Magic, the number 8, has 2 wins from 6 starts, 3 seconds. That's really good. Yates is our trainer. Speed figures are horrible. White Up Burial smacked him around in the Holy Bull. So the number 8, 30 to 1, let's throw him off the ticket and don't use him nowhere. Exacta tries or whatever. So the 1, 4, and 8 out. Don't even use them in your tries or exactas. Throw the 8 out. Cajun Magic. Well, again, here is a horse, y'all. Listen to me. That I got a little weakness for as an extreme long shot. The number 9 horse, Old Captain. Again, you start to feel a certain way when I analyze these races and I go through whatever rituals that I go through to analyze a race. And to me, the number 9, Old Captain, is an extreme long shot, and I think this horse can hit the board, y'all. He's 20 to 1 on the morning line, and the number 9, Old Captain, only has 1 win from 3 starts, but he has 2/3. They paid only $17,000 for him. He's 5 Carp Diem, and he's Delgado is the trainer of record, and you're sitting there with Joel Rosario up. Well, I tell you right now, this horse in the Fountain of Youth on March 5th, come running, even though there was a bunch of trouble, was picking them up and laying them down at 87 to 1 with my boy Javier Castellano. We got the service of Rosario, and again, y'all, this horse was only 4 lengths behind Simplification. If this horse is a huge price, I might run this horse, the number 9, Old Captain, up and down in the tries because I know who the shape horses are in here, and I might be able to cash a nice try. Old Captain will be our extreme long shot in the Florida Derby. I like the number 9 to hit the board in here. Well, the last 2 horses, Clapton, it's not Eric, it's just Clapton. Listen, Clapton, the number 10, is seriously overmatched. Speed figures are horrible, 2 wins from 9 starts. Alvarado, which is Peter Miller's assistant trainer. I don't know why the horse is in the race, but let's throw the number 10, Clapton, clearly off the ticket. And how fast can we throw the last horse off the ticket, the number 11, Still Sunshine? Well, I don't like this horse one bit. By Constitution, and I tell you now, 1 win from 4 starts. The last number isn't that bad in an allowance race, but again, I don't know if he can be able to handle horses like Classic Causeway and Simplification and White Up Burial for sure. So the 10 and the 11 to me are seriously overmatched. So the first thing that I recognize in this race, not so much who can win it, but who can't win it. And I don't think the number 1, Strike Hard, can win this race. You can throw him off of the ticket. The number 4 horse, King of Truth, this horse just can't win the race at all. The number 8 horse, that's right, Cajun Magic. So the 1, 4, 8, 10, and 11, all 5 of them, you could throw them 5 directly off the ticket. So you're left with a field of 5, and you say, well, where do we go from here, Mr. Speed King? So there's your Florida Derby in a nutshell. So if I had to sum it up, I would tell you, obviously, that which you already know. Classic Causeway, the number 2 is the speed of the race with IRAD up. And Simplification is a very, very fine horse that won the Fountain of Youth. And they are clearly the horses to beat in here. They are both on my top 10 Derby win contenders, and of course White Barrio is a fan favorite. But I'm going to take a little, I'm not going to be cute here. I think Pappa Cap has a chance to run big in this spot with Mark Cassidy, where all eyes are against him and they're not looking. You know what happened typically. They bet him, and then when they don't bet him, he shows up. And I think he's sitting off of that off race that he's coming out of against Epic Center and 2 back January 22nd. If he runs that race, that puts him in the body of this race. And at 10-1, I'm willing to take a shot with him a little bit, at least, you know, to give him a chance. I mean, of course, the favorites are going to be on my pick 3s and pick 5 ticket. But my top pick here, my folks, is going to be Pappa Cap. I like this horse a whole bunch in this spot. I think he should be able to run back to his January race and run fairly well. My second pick here, I would be remiss if I didn't take the 2 horse, because he is the speed and the controlling speed in the race, and speed has always been king and will always be king. So there's the keys to the engine, and he's 7-2, which is mind-boggling to me. I don't think that'll be the case later. And our third pick, of course, would have to be Simplification for sure. Again, he ran such a beautiful race all the way down the lane on the wrong lead. The horse is green as all get out, but talented as all get out. This is a very, very nice horse, Simplification. And once this horse really, really learns how to run, there's going to be trouble. That's right, at the Ponderosa. So my top pick is going to be the number 5, Pappa Cap. My second pick is going to be, of course, Classic Causeway. And my third pick is going to be Simplification. Now, I want to say this. My extreme long shot in here, and I'm going to spend 30 or 40 bucks, is Oh Captain. I like this horse. I think this horse, the number 9, with Rosario, can hit the board. He's 20-1 on the morning line, and I think he can jump up to 30 or 40-1. So my extreme long shot is the number 9. My top picks, 5, 2, 3, and my fourth pick is the number 9, which is my extreme long shot. There's your Florida Derby, folks, as always. And of course, if you have any concerns or issues and you want to talk about it, go ahead and comment. But most of all, please email us at SpeedKing24. Pick up your tip sheets, please. SpeedKing24@yahoo.com. We have all 3 major tracks that are running this weekend. Of course, you have Oaklawn Park with the Arkansas Derby, you have Gulfstream with the Florida Derby, and you have the Tampa. You have Turfway, my favorite place in Florence, Kentucky, with the Jeff Ruby down there, of course. So pick up your sheets. It will support us. As always, SpeedKing24@yahoo.com. So there's your Florida Derby. Your Speed King is going a little bit out on the limb. We're going to take Pappa Cap here to beat all of these horses. The number 5, that's right, Mark Cassidy with Mr. Gomez with Gonzalez in the arms. Okay, so it's 5, 2, 3 in that order, and our fourth pick is the 9. We're going to run the 9, Oh Captain, up and down. He's our extreme long shot, okay, in this race. Stay classy, comment, let's get a dialogue going. 5, 2, 3, we're going to upset the field with who? Pappa Cap. As always, stay classy in everything you do. My name is Wayne Bolden. I approve this message as we upset the Florida Derby. Speed King style. Talk to y'all, stay classy, having a bunch of fun.